Today, we celebrate the feast of two of the least-known apostles, Saint Simon the Zealot and Jude, the brother of James. They are often mentioned only in lists, yet their names mark a vital day in the life of the Church. As the first reading from Ephesians tells us, we are built upon the foundation of the apostles and prophets, with Christ Jesus himself as the capstone. Simon and Jude are part of that essential bedrock layer of our faith. But look closely at how they were chosen in our Gospel from Luke. Jesus didn't make this most critical decision, selecting the very foundation stones of his church, on a whim or in a moment of daylight efficiency. No, the Gospel says he went out into the hills to pray, and he spent the whole night in prayer to God. This single sentence, Jesus praying all night, is the true starting point for all apostolic ministry. Before the names were called, before the mission was given, there was complete, agonizing all-night prayer. Why did Jesus need to pray all night to pick 12 men? Because he knew the profound cost of that choice. He knew the greatness to which Peter would rise, the theological depth of John, the doubt of Thomas, and the tragic failure of Judas. He prayed for all of them, the heroes and the betrayer, because he was discerning his entire mission, a mission that depended on imperfect human vessels. This teaches us that the most crucial decisions in our lives, in marriage, in vocation, in ministry, must begin with the same prolonged, silent, spiritual discernment. Nothing of true, lasting value is ever built without prayer. And what about Simon and Jude themselves? They never get starring roles. Simon is called the Zealot, likely indicating his political background before Christ, and Jude had to be clarified as the brother of James, so he wouldn't be confused with the traitor Judas Iscariot. They are two men whose great distinction is their sheer faithfulness despite their relative obscurity. They didn't seek the spotlight. They simply remained firm in the foundation they were called to be. The church is still being built today. You and I are not the capstones. Christ is. We are not the architects. Christ is. We are the living stones of this holy temple. Our holiness isn't measured by how famous our names become, but by how faithfully we remain committed to the corner that Christ has assigned us, whether that corner is prominent or hidden in the structure. Let us ask St. Simon and Jude for their intercession, to pray as Jesus prayed before any great decision, and to live with the quiet, foundational faithfulness of men who understood that true glory is not found in being remembered by the world, but in being chosen by God.